There will come a time on your spiritual journey when you feel like you have outgrown your friends. You may feel disconnected from them, or you may find that your value don't no longer match. It can feel like your friendship are falling apart and you have to deal with the grief of losing them. And this doesn't just happen at the beginning of your spiritual awakening, by the way. It continues as you grow and expand. I've been on this spiritual path for 10 years now, and even one of my closest friends, a friend that I met after spiritual awakening, I have been talking less and less with him lately. It's so tough to even have a conversation with him right now. We can't even get past a couple of messages. And I just know intuitively that our friendship is slowly coming to an end. We have outgrown each other. But let me make something very clear here. When I use the word outgrow, I'm not saying it from a place of ego or thinking that I'm better than my friend. Instead, I think of it like a plant that outgrows its pot. You see, the pot isn't bad. It's just that the plant's roots have gotten so big that it needs a new space to keep growing. My friend has his own life and now living in a different country. He has his root expanding into other spaces. We are just expanding and growing in different direction in our life. Instead of trying to keep him within the pod, which will eventually break the pod, I know the only thing to do is to move on. And the first most crucial step to doing this is actually to be brutally honest with yourself and accept that your friendship is ending. Now, I know this is very difficult. You share so many great memories with your friends, and you feel bonded and loyal to them. Giving up a friendship can feel like you are abandoning your friends or not trying hard enough to keep it going. But at a certain point, your intuition will tell you that the friendship is coming to an end. In my case, I could feel that my friend's energy was a little bit closed off and distant. He didn't want to share much about his new life, and I also didn't want to push him either. And on my end, I also felt like I'm moving back into a hermit phase. So it was a struggle to start and keep a conversation going. And I know that deep in my heart, there is nothing more I can do but to accept this and move on. I could lie to myself and pretend that everything is the same. I could try a bunch of things to maintain the friendship. But I know that this is just my ego trying to fix the situation, trying to hold on to the friendship. You will know when a friendship is truly coming to an end. And trying to cling on to it won't change a thing. Maintaining a friendship when you know that it's over, it's like chewing a piece of gum that has no more taste, but we keep chewing it anyway. If you truly want to move on from something, you have to first recognize and accept that it's done. And don't fight the ending of a friendship, just let it go. It's not about abandoning your friends, it's about recognizing that the connection has come to a natural end. One word that has resonated with me a lot at the start of my journey and helped me deal with the grief I had is the word impermanence. Everything in this physical world will eventually come to an end, and that includes our relationships. Impermanence reminds us that things are always changing, and the faster we can let go of the past, the better we feel. From the ego's point of view, this is very sad, right? The ego sees the end of a relationship as a loss, like a death. It makes you feel like you have lost something that is very important to you. But if you tune into your spiritual self, impermanence is actually a very beautiful thing. Knowing that everything will eventually come to an end make you appreciate what you have right now even more. You learn to cherish it before it's gone. Also, from a spiritual perspective, this ending isn't a loss at all, it's a completion. It marks a new beginning, and it's actually a kind of blessing. Just like how the loss of your old identity during a spiritual awakening causes a powerful change in you, the end of a friendship makes a new beginning for both you and your friend. When a friendship has served its purpose, instead of feeling nostalgic about it, you can give it the blessing it deserves. You were brought together for a reason. Maybe they were there to fill you up when you felt down. Maybe they were there when you needed company. Or maybe they helped you discover a part of you that you didn't know exists. But now you don't need these things anymore. That doesn't mean that the good memories were a waste. They were exactly what you needed at that time. You're brought together for a reason, and you're brought apart for a reason too. You have new things to experience in the future, and so do your friends. I will always appreciate how my friend saw me and cared for me, how safe I felt around him. Sometimes I can be a little bit head in the clouds, and he's very good at keeping me grounded. But now my spirit is telling me that I have to be that love and support for myself. I have to be my own best friend. I have to be more independent. I have to be more grounded myself. I couldn't depend on him anymore. So ask yourself, your higher self, and see from the eyes of the source of the spirit, why did this friendship have to end? What were you depending on your friends for that you need to do it for yourself now? Was it emotional support, advice, or do you need to give your inner child more attention and security? And ask yourself, can I do this for myself? You want to take the best part of your friendship and what you have learned from it and carry that energy with you into the future and be grateful for the time you all once spent together. Another thing that brings me so much peace is to see this ending as a season, not a final sentence. When I say accept the end of a friendship, I don't mean that you're no longer friends or you have to block them or go on no contact. I simply mean accepting that the previous version of your connection, the previous purpose of your connection, the reason you were brought together has been fulfilled. It's time to move on and let go of the old ways you used to connect with each other. You see, relationships go through cycles, just like seasons. There's a spring when you feel excited to learn from each other. There's a summer of joy and fun, and an autumn of deep connection. And eventually, a friendship can enter winter. Things can feel frozen, distant. It's actually a time of hibernation where you go back to your own cave and rest. This doesn't mean spring will never come again. You will not know how your transformation will affect you, and you don't know how your friend will grow. Perhaps in the future, you all will be brought together again for a new purpose, a new season. Your friendship may evolve to another level. Then a new cycle of spring, summer, autumn, and winter may begin again. If the spirit needs you to connect with them, you definitely will. But for now, you must be willing to allow the current chapter to end without being too attached to what may happen in the future. Just trust the season you are in is the best for you and your friend. And one of the best realization I have that have helped me deal with my grief is that you must redefine what a friend even is. Sometimes our spirit challenges our closest friendship, bring us apart in relationship, so that we are forced to stop identifying with them. You see, the ego wants to put people in boxes. You want to label like this person is my best friend, this person is not my friend, this person is just an acquaintance. But your spirit knows that everyone is interconnected. From a spiritual perspective, it doesn't matter if you define someone as a friend or not. What matters is the quality of your connection in the present moment. Are you seeing everyone as part of one big spiritual family? Or are you just connecting with those in your inner circle? Like, these are my people, these are not my people. I learned to not define who are my friends and who are not my friends anymore. I just be friendly with everyone I meet. We are still one big spiritual family, right? We are all interconnected. Of course, there will be some souls that are more closely connected to you on a spiritual level. They are important people in your journey who will propel you forward in the right direction. But it doesn't mean that they will always be in your life. Like they'll be with you every step of the way. As part of their soul contract with you, they might just walk with you for a few years or even just show up for a few days because they have their own sole purpose to fulfill. And it's all part of a bigger plan. I used to think that I have to maintain my friendships. Like if I don't put in the effort and contact my friend regularly, the friendship will die off, right? But now I just focus on having meaningful connection and interaction with people when they come into my life. When we have the desire to chat, we chat. And when it's off season, I just let them go. I don't try so hard to retain my friends or people in my life. I just go where my spirit guides me to. And I hope that this video will help you process the grief you're going through when you feel like you have outgrown your friendships. Apart from feeling grief, you may also feel a sense of loneliness after spiritual awakening. If so, watch this video to find out more insights.